My coworker threw me under the bus. I handed her the keys. When I joined the marketing team at SolaraTech, I was the new guy. Quiet, observant, and eager to prove myself. My coworker, Jenna, was the opposite. Loud, confident, and always ready to take credit. During meetings, she'd interrupt me, repeat what I said louder, and everyone would nod like she was some genius. Still, I played nice. I thought teamwork mattered more than ego. Big mistake. One Monday morning, our manager called me into his office. His tone was sharp. "Daniel, we need to talk about the presentation last week. Jenna said you missed key analytics and cost us the client." My stomach dropped. That presentation had been hers to finalize. I'd done the data work, handed it to her for editing, and she'd forgotten to include half the charts. Now she was blaming me. I left the office shaking. My reputation was on the line. I confronted her later in the break room. "Why would you tell him that?" I asked. Jenna shrugged. "Relax, it's business. I just said what happened." She smiled like she'd done me a favor. I didn't argue. I just said, "Got it," and that was the last time I warned her about anything. Over the next few weeks, I noticed her habits. Rushing reports, forgetting attachments, and copying templates without checking formulas. So when the company announced a new project, a massive contract worth millions, I made my move. Our boss assigned both of us to lead the pitch. Jenna was thrilled. "Let's show them what we can do," she said. "Absolutely," I replied, smiling. She insisted on handling the presentation slides. I let her, but before she started, I saved every email, every file version, and every chat where she asked for data or edits. I even recorded our Zoom calls, just in case. The day of the presentation came. The entire executive board joined the meeting. Jenna began confidently, until slide 4. The data she presented didn't match the report in their folders. The CFO frowned. "Where are these numbers from?" Jenna froze. "They're, from the updated sheet." The CFO interrupted. "There's no updated sheet. This projection doesn't even align with our model." The room went silent. Then my manager looked at me. "Daniel, do you know what's going on here?" I calmly shared my screen. "Actually, I have the correct data file and email trail showing when it was sent." I opened the email, time-stamped, with her acknowledgement. "I also have the draft she uploaded afterward. Looks like she made some adjustments." The CFO's eyebrows shot up. "Adjusted? You mean falsified?" Jenna's face went pale. It was just a mistake." "Then why does your version include inflated metrics?" she stammered. "Because Daniel didn't—" I stopped her. "You threw me under the bus last month for your mistake. I wasn't going to let it happen twice." The room fell dead quiet. My manager cleared his throat. "Jenna, please step out." That afternoon, HR escorted her out of the building. Turns out she'd been caught doing the same thing on smaller reports before. My manager later pulled me aside. "You handled that with grace. Smart of you to document everything." I just smiled. Experience is the best teacher. A week later, I got promoted to lead analyst. Her office became mine. The funny part? People started whispering that I'd set her up, but I didn't have to. All I did was let her be herself and make sure the truth had a paper trail. She'd built her own trap. I just let her step in it. I kept her old coffee mug on the shelf for a while, the one that said "Girl Boss." It reminded me that not everyone who talks like a leader acts like one. Some just climb on other people's backs until the ladder breaks. When I left that day, I glanced at her old desk. Her nameplate was still there. I placed my spare keys on it, the same ones I'd given her when she needed access to the server room for that first team project. She'd thrown me under the bus. I just made sure she was the one driving when it crashed.